Hey, it's Clay Trader, and this will be a video chart on ABWTQ. Qs have been giving people some real good gains just off the top of my head. CEMJQ, WAMUQ, and this one today, very nice gain. And maybe this new Q will be brought into the family in terms of establishing a nice uptrend and giving people some nice money. So I want to get this update. I didn't catch it as early as I would have liked, but I will make a quick little lesson of what I'm sure chart players out there and traders noticed to get in. But I do want to get this mapped out. I've been getting some questions on it, and rightfully so. This was a nice day, very nice liquidity. So let's take a look and see what the chart has to say. The first thing, just the little lesson, is what we had going on here was basically ascending triangle where we had this level here kept rejecting the price, and then we had this area here which was acting as support, and the price was slowly creeping up in terms of lower low. So we had this ascending triangle pattern here. These past couple days had a little increase in volume and along with price action, and then today you got the huge volume busted through the upside of this ascending triangle, and from there it was just off to the races. Did have some profit takers step in towards the end of the day, but clearly a huge green body of a candle, which just shows lots of gains and lots of opportunity. So congratulations to all the chart players or traders who noticed this pattern and bought in on that break. I'm sure you're going to have a great weekend with the opportunities you had for profit there. Now, in terms of the actual supports and resistance levels, made a lot of good progress today, and let's just start off with the support levels because a lot of those were created today, and I'll explain what I mean by that. But what we had here was some previous highs, and previous highs are always resistance levels, but at the same time, when they're broken, they become support. So here from back in June, we had both the same highs right here where the bears knocked it down, and this level was right at 21.5 cents, and this was 21.5 cents too. And today, as you can see, not only did the bulls push above it, they crushed it, they closed way above it. So this now becomes a support level. So from resistance to support. If I shrink this up even more, let's see. Okay, yeah, this is, and I think this is still resistance. I'm trying to eyeball, yeah. So this is actually your next resistance level. And yes, it was broken today, but from a daily chart perspective, we always care about where does the price close. That's the main concern. And what we have here is, let's see what would make. Let's see what the weekly chart looks like, so we don't have to have such a small little chart. Maybe this will make it a little easier. Not looking like it. Nope, we're just going to stick with the daily chart. So sorry about this. What happens when you don't prepare? You just go on the fly. But here you can see the stock, was up here back in April, and then we had this killer gap down, and then it's never really been able to recover from there until now. And what may happen, especially if you get more volume surge and you get some follow through, is that this window may close. And what that means is if you picture this as a window right here, breaking above this and closing above this level, and this level is at 25 cents. If you can do that, and like I said, you're going to need some strong volume because you're going to need to show some confidence. You really only have one hurdle in your way before you could, realistically come up here and test this, which would then be closing the window because the price would come up here, and if it, closes right up in this area, this window or this area would then be closed with the price action. Because right now there's a void here. The price just dropped down here and it's never been in this area. It just skipped over that section and has been stuck down here. The one hurdle that I mentioned is this 200-day simple moving average sloping down. Right now it's valued at 31 cents. I don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves, but with the way some of these Qs have been moving, if I see a bunch of volume coming in and the price keeps on up, I'm going to be looking where there might be a possible window close. I mean, you do still need to get above the 200-day here But with the price action and surge in volume, it's going to be a real interesting next couple of weeks to see how this plays out. Now to just shrink things up a little bit, what do we want to see happen going in? Well, I don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves, but right now we're just looking. Let me map out this little short-term resistance level. I'm going to make that a little skinnier because that was just put in today, but technically that is still a resistance. But next week, the question kind of becomes, what's going to happen? Are we going to go up some more, or are we going to start to consolidate? And if we consolidate, this is the level that we want to see hold for consolidation. If it doesn't, and if it fails, then this is the must-hold level. This was the top of that pattern. So if the price happens to fall all the way back down here, this level needs to hold, or else the chart's going to be broken and something's just not going to be right. So for the time being, these are our two support levels. Now resistances are both right here. We know we have those above us, but in the short term, and we're taking one step at a time, we first need to get closes above these ones and this one up here. And a close, one day is great, but if you can start to put in, 2, 3, in 4 days closes above a level, then that's really a good sign that the level's truly been breached and a new, new base has been formed higher. So that's one thing to keep in mind. But overall, I think in a nutshell, what I'm saying is I really like the potential of this chart. It still has work to be done. We got to see volume stay halfway strong. If it all of a sudden drops back to something like this, then that window is not going to be able to be closed. But if it can stay kind of heavy like it was in this section, or better yet, put in even higher volume bars than this, then it's got a good chance. But after seeing WAMUQ, CEMJQ, some of those other Qs move, the potential is there. It's just a matter of, is it gonna get enough follow through. So that's what I'll be watching next week, and hopefully it does get some follow through and it can get up above these resistance levels. But if not, doing some good old-fashioned consolidating up here, there's nothing wrong with that. That'll definitely be healthy for the longer term. So we'll have to just kind of wait and see. But once again, if it can get above these levels, there's a lot of room to run before it would hit this next resistance level up here. So it's just a matter of kind of seeing how the price reacts next week after making this big move today on Friday. So if you do have any other questions on the chart, please shoot me a message. On another note, I'd encourage you to check out bullmarketnewsletter.net. If you go there and sign up for the emailer, you'll be sent a free ebook, which has been getting very good reviews. And then with your subscription, you'll get chart setups, trade ideas, educational pieces, anywhere from the big boards all the way down to penny stocks. So there's a good variety for everybody. We've been making our members some good money, some good percentages. And the best part is it's no strings attached, all free, so it's worth at least checking out. So one more time, this is ABWTQ. Everybody have a good weekend.